We're ready for the next one.
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're going to be awarding our 7th winner in year 2 of the Challenge Coin Cocktail Contest. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akley, along with our special guests, Danny Kennard, Tim Swaya, and Justine Mays.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, so we've got a fun show today. We've got a live studio audience, which is cool. We always like doing that. And of course, we've got a cocktail contest that's going to be happening. So very fun stuff. But before we get to all of that, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so the day the show airs, November 1st, which means Halloween was yesterday. What were you guys handing out for candy?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes. My idea, and I don't know if you think this is a good idea or not, but I started doing some calculations. If you buy a bunch of that bagged candy, even the mixed stuff, and you add up the cost of it, it's pretty pricey. And then you got to buy the bags, and then you got to do the work of putting it in the bags. And I think it probably could go for at least $1 a bag. And then I thought, well, why do that and just be like everyone else? I give out the movie candy and the kids go crazy. So it cost me at Walgreens, I can get it for $1. Usually they're like 5 for $5. And, I don't have a lot of trick-or-treaters. So, it costs $20 and I got 20 different ones of those. That's more than enough. And I always make sure I get my favorites in case there's extra left over. And although I do kind of pull the bowl back a little bit, if it's getting low and there's a couple that I don't like in there. My favorites are there. I'm trying to twist the bowl around. You play some of that because sometimes they'll dig though and find the good stuff. But yeah, that's what I do. I do the movie candy, the stuff in the box.
I like that. That's a great idea because I think that they're getting more.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're really pumped up about that. So yeah. So I think it comes across good. So
yeah, well, you get known as the house that gives out the good candy, so you save yourself from vandalism.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're kind of paying it forward so you don't get any eggs on your window.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On like, I like these people. So yeah.
That's right.
Tim, what do you give out?
Me, I give out whatever candy the kids don't want out of their bags. So there's a
you send them out early and then
I send them out early. And they come back. There's a dad tax on some of the candy that I like and I enjoy the most. So I go through all that, and then we usually refill it with whatever we got from them that we don't want. And I usually just grab a handful and throw it in the kids' bags so they don't even know. They just think they're getting this handful of candy, but they're really getting a handful of crap. Making somebody else's problem.
That's someone else's problem. Okay. That's probably a solid plan. Well, what about you, Justine? What are you doing?
Man. I don't get trick-or-treaters at my house.
Okay, if you did. Let's play it like if you did.
I don't know. I'd probably just get the bag candy. Like the big huge mixture bag and
like the 1,000-piece bags.
I would guess it'd be like
throw a handful of stuff in there. Yeah.
Bit of honey and those peppermint discs. That's what Justine would give you.
Like Milk Duds, Snickers, all the good stuff.
Okay, so see, it's coming around. It didn't sound so good, and now we got her to admit she.
Yeah, I mean, candy person. Where I used to live, the house that my brother and I used to live in Leslie, we were like right downtown, so we got trick-or-treaters all the time, and that's what we handed out then. But I don't. The good stuff, but I don't get trick-or-treaters where I'm at now.
Like people, subdivisions have a life. And I know it's a little bit different for you, you're kind of on the main road, but for me, I'm in a traditional subdivision. And we went through when we got there, we were the 4th house in the subdivision. Not, of course, no trick-or-treaters because the construction zone, you get nobody. And then all these families move in and these kids grow up, and then you get tons, and then they bring their friends and stuff like that. And then finally, you get to where I'm at now. I'm 50 years old, been in this house 30 years, and there's nobody left. There's really no trick-or-treaters left. But I guess eventually, though, I see my parents' house where they went through that, and now my mom is one of the older people there, and they got all kinds of kids again. It comes back around eventually. So kind of cool.
Yeah, involved to trick-or-drinkers, not trick-or-treaters.
Oh, that's the thing these days, right? Oh yeah,
exactly. There's a lot of, I got a case of hams for all the dads out there.
Yeah.
That pays it forward with the beer farts at night after the pizza settles in.
I feel like Tim is spending minimal money on Halloween. He's like leftover crap candy, case of hams. He's like, I spent $16 for Halloween.
God. Yeah. I guess. Danny, how about you? What do you do at Halloween?
Well, usually we pass around like the mixed chocolates, like Hershey's, Three Musketeers,
Okay.
little miniature Reese's.
Yeah, those are all good.
Like that.
Yeah,
So,
well, those are all good. I saw they have like the mini pumpkins now. So you got the regular pumpkins and now the minis, which that's a good one. That's a good giveaway. I like those things. McNew, how about you? What do you give out? It seems like McNew should, as much as you're into Halloween, I hope you're also the best candy giver out there. Based
so
on
I decided this year I had to be the best candy giver because I have the best decorations on the cul-de-sac, right? My house looks insane. So I have to get the good candy. Went to the Costco, got those huge boxes of full-size candy bars. Had to get the full-size ones. And then I got Jim Beam and Fireball shooters for the parents. Like the airplane bottles for mom and dad.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I think that
I went
works.
to get that house this year.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome.
McNew's doing a good job there. So, all right. Well,
I'm going to
guess-
McNews for Halloween.
yeah,
Come on up.
it's not bad.
I
It
won't be
is-
home on Halloween this year. We're actually finally going to go see Danny Elfman perform all the music from Christmas Before.
Oh,
That's
Nightmare Before
awesome.
Christmas. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's
yep.
really cool. Yeah. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. What's everybody drinking? We're going to start with Danny. Danny.
well, it's no secret. I'm still working on my little seagrass bottle.
All right. Hopefully, I lost mine. Either that or I drank it all. I don't know where it's at. It should be away from here. I guess I drank it. I don't know.
I think so.
Back soon,
Or someone
Wednesday
stole
house.
it, maybe. I'll say someone
Yes.
stole it. Nothing there, Danny.
No.
That was an embarrassing
really.
effort. Nothing going on there.
Oh, well.
All right. Justine, what do you got?
Since this is a cocktail show, I'm drinking a cocktail in a can. I have a Traverse City highball.
Traverse City Highball. How is it? Is it good?
Yeah.
All right. I like Traverse City. All right. McNew, you're next.
All right, so I should be embarrassed because I literally just got this on Saturday.
Uh-oh.
This is the family's Monster Mash.
Barrel number 666.
Good
Nothing
job,
left.
girl.
Oh. Well, that's
Good
enough to
job,
take the
girl.
lead. That's enough to take the lead, believe it or not, based on Danny didn't have anything. And then Justine bowed out. So I've got the barrel here. So I guess the theme of the show. This is their New Year one, since I couldn't find my seagrass. Maybe, you know what, Danny? I think that's actually my bottle you got there. That's about how much I had left.
Yeah,
It could
maybe.
be.
Could be.
Finders keepers.
Also terrible. I did terrible there too. All right. McNew's got the lead. And Tim, please win this thing because right now it's pathetic.
So I'm sticking with the barrel theme. I drug out my barrel batch number 1. No,
literally nothing there.
How the hell did I win this?
That was
Bad,
the
guys.
world's. You should disavow that, McNeil. That's embarrassing. Cheers, gang.
Cheers, Jenny.
All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be time to get into the show. We're going to bring in our cocktail contestants. We're going to introduce them, get to know them a little bit. They're going to tell us what they're going to be making, and then they're going to be making it. We'll do that in just a few.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're naming our October cocktail contest winner.
Yes, we are. So very exciting stuff. McNew, you take care of this. This was the Great Pumpkin theme, right? And I think we all know why that is. You're so into Halloween.
Yeah, so pumpkin puree, which I can blend, make into cocktails. And I think everybody did a great job. But let me just say how weird tonight is because our reigning champ, our all-time winner, didn't get voted in. We have Adina in the audience tonight.
She's on the
which is
sidelines. She's on the sidelines.
Insane to me. So I'm kind of excited to see how tonight goes. And we have Kevin Majors live and in person. It's going to be a weird night.
It's a weird night, right?
Yeah.
It is a weird night. Now Adina's on, but she can't talk because she'll pick up feedback. We got feedback going on because she's, of course, at home with Dave, who is in the contest. And then yes, Kevin Majors is with us.
Turn the mic towards her. Say
Live.
hi. Hi, everybody.
There you go. There she is.
Hey, Adina.
All right. Adina. All right. So yeah, fun theme. McNew, I disagree with the pumpkin puree. I think that's a puree.
Me
It's
too. Gross.
Terrible ingredient.
I actually made a different cocktail with them out of a book the other day. It wasn't bad. It was a little thick. It wasn't bad. Just a different texture.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was very against this when I saw that. I was aghast, as they say. But it is what it is. We had three great cocktails look like they made it through. So I'd like to introduce, first of all, Vicky Higginson. Vicky, how you doing?
Hello, thank you. Very good. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Things going okay there?
Yes, I'm ready.
That's
I decided to just have some ridiculous fun with it because it's Halloween. How serious can a Halloween cocktail be? It should be set for a Halloween party. Although when anybody listens to this, it'll be a Dia de Muertos. So we could have also done something that was very Mexican themed, perhaps next year.
Yeah.
Could have went that way. Yeah.
McNew, hold on to that one for next year. Yes. It's
Looking back at my last year one.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, McNew, we have a decoration for the door. It only gets up one day. That's it. So the Halloween stuff comes down, that gets put up on the first, and then it's over by that. So that's it. It only gets one day.
Mucho Dia de Muertos aquí. Mucho aquí.
So and Vicky, you're going to be making, what is the name of your cocktail?
So mine, am I going first?
No, not yet. You just told us the name of the cocktail.
So mine is called Halloween 3 Ways.
Okay. That's a little bit of a mystery. We'll see exactly what that means when it comes time for cocktail making. Next up on the list is Dave Ewalds. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. So this has to feel different for you. Normally, Dina, I like how she's not even allowed in the room. She should be in the room with you still. She could be on the crew. And all. No, she's locked off in another room somewhere.
Way over there.
Yeah. She's apparently, she texted me today and said, can I come on? I'm like, of course, anybody can come on. Yeah, everyone's welcome to attend.
Yeah, but I get to use the jiggers I want to use. And, I don't have to like fight over equipment here tonight. So this is all good.
Exactly.
Spread your wings, Dave.
Full rain in the kitchen.
Spread your
Man
wings and fly,
spread. You
Dave.
can man spread in the kitchen.
And Dave, what are you going to be making for us tonight?
I'm going to make a cocktail I call, it's the Great Pumpkin Martini, Charlie Brown.
Okay. I like that. You're already in the lead in my mind. That's a great cocktail name because I love the Great Pumpkin. I love the Peanuts characters. I thought those were great. And if you think back, the trio of those three, there's a lot of other bad Peanuts ones, but the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, and the Christmas, those are fantastic. Classics for sure. All right, Dave, good seeing you as always. And of course, next up is Kevin Majors live and in person here. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing great as well. Look at that.
Festive tonight. Look
Yes,
at that
it is.
Making my star-studded debut.
You look like you're ready to go. And what's the name of your recipe you're going to be doing, Kevin?
I called it the jack-o'-lantern.
Yes. I'll tell you what. I like the look of the glass. There's a little decor on the glass. Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice effort there. Yeah, so should be fun and should be a great evening. So Kevin, what do you do for Halloween anyway? You have a lot of kids come to your house or not?
Absolutely not. I'm like the Grinch. I keep the lights out.
Oh, come on now.
All that. None of that. I want none of you kids around.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Hey, that's just me.
All right. Well, we'll see you back. We are going to be going in the order that we introduced our contestants. So that means Vicky, you are up first.
Excellent. I had to go get my beer out of the fridge.
Okay. Hers again is Halloween 3
My eyes up.
Ways.
Exactly.
There's a little pause there. Ways.
Exactly.
So,
So to be festive, I'm going to go ahead and use my Smoke Wagon Halloween bottle of their straight bourbon.
Oh, wow, that's
how much
cool.
more fun is that, right?
That's spot on.
Can you imagine? Same product. He just is like, I make my own bourbon. I can do what I want. I run my own company and I want to have a Halloween bottle. And that's basically it. And I love that. And he did the same thing for 4th of July, which is, I think, genius. So the first thing we want to do with this cocktail is give yourself a Marshmallow Fluff Rim. Now I'm going to make the shooter version first. So the reason it's 3 ways is because no matter what, you start with the shooter and then you can make other cocktails out of it. So once you get your marshmallow on the rim, you want to fire it and get it all nice and toasty and fun. You can do this over your stove. You can do it any way you want, but the faster that you torch it, the better it stays on the glass. So that's, oh, I guess get my drinking glass out of the way. Awesome. So let's build this sucker. I purchased this hickory syrup. I don't know if anybody else buys hickory syrup. It's definitely not a California thing. But I learned that Catoctin Creek at their bar, they buy this exact
Okay.
syrup from Falling Bark Farm. So it's out near you guys, not too far, much farther than from me. And so hickory syrup's got like a natural smokiness to it, as you would imagine, like from hickory tree, right?
Yep.
So you can use regular maple if you want to, but it's super fun to use that. So I normally make a lot of shrubs, but for me, I thought, you know, I like when I share a cocktail recipe for it to be something that everybody can make easily, right? And not have to go through a whole rigmarole of making ingredients, although some of the upcoming ingredients are a little bit more difficult and I'm going to have to go through some rigmarole. So instead of making a pumpkin shrub, which I have made before, a pumpkin spice shrub, and it was amazing, I've decided to, basically a shrub is sugar, vinegar, and fruit. And so the acid in this cocktail will be the apple cider vinegar instead of a citrus. So I'm basically making a fake shrub right here live is the idea, right?
All right.
And so also made up some of my own little pumpkin pie spice. You're gonna put a little 1/4 teaspoon in there. So pumpkin puree is terrible. It's
Yes.
like baby food. It is basically, it's baby food. That's all that it is. And it's just the way it is. The only reason it tastes like anything is because you put a ton of spices in it, right? So you need all of those spices. You need the cinnamon, the allspice, the clove, and all that kind of stuff for it to taste like, you know, pumpkin pie or anything that we normally think of as pumpkin-y. You got to have that stuff. Oh, I better put some, let's see, I got my booze in there already. Make sure I got everything. I got my sea salt, a little pinch of sea salt to bring the flavors forward, because if you were making a food out of this, you'd put salt in that too. And sorry, I didn't preload my ice, so it's gonna I gotta make noise.
Okay. Getting the ice. All right.
Tried to think it all through.
We've got McNew working on a comedy routine for when we have downtimes in the show, because we are an audio show. You got to have something. So she's
Oh my
working on
God,
it.
I'm normally so professional and I think it all out.
Tim, shaking style there, good?
It
Okay,
sounds
yeah,
good.
purple table.
There's a lot of wrist action there, which
Okay.
is, that's good. That's impactful to get everything slushing around right.
Okay. Okay.
We've got a
Tim usually
couple
provides her insight there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Tablespoons of pumpkin puree in there too. And then it all goes through. And this is just thin enough. You can strain it if you feel like you need to.
Oh, I would. Yeah. I
Boom,
want
boom.
that puree in
You're
there.
ready with a Halloween party festive shooter. And it's good. I like it. And you got the marshmallow rim and it's fantastic. When I did the first trial run for all 3 of these recipes, we really felt like the pumpkin hearse bomb was the best version. So I've got my dark beer here. I'm gonna take this shooter and I'm gonna make my pumpkin hearse bomb right there. This is the best version.
That's like I'm in college again.
Right?
Yeah.
And this was the best. We felt like this was the best cocktail. Having the
Yeah.
pumpkin hearse bomb was the best version. So that's what I'm going to enjoy here. The other thing you can do with that shooter is you can put the marshmallow on top of like a glass coffee cup, put in some nice pipe and hop dark coffee, and then pour your shooter in that for the not your girlfriend's pumpkin spice latte.
Okay. All right. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Vicky. Those were great.
Cheers. That was great. Great job. Great job from Vicky. We are off to an excellent start for sure.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so Dave, you are next with It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie, or a Great Pumpkin Martini, Charlie Brown. So
Okay.
let's see what we got.
All right. I'm going to switch to my split camera so you can see the action.
Okay.
There we
Be
go.
all fancy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the technology. Look at that.
First of all, made a maple pumpkin spice syrup. That's this stuff right here, properly
Okay.
labeled.
Oh,
So what this is a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree, cup of warm water, 1/2 cup of maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin spice seasoning. We use Spice House. Around here, Spice House is awesome stuff out of Milwaukee.
Okay.
And just a pinch of salt. Got to have a little salt, like Vicky said. And mix that all up. Let it commingle a day or so. That's good. And then Second ingredient you have to pre-prepare. I took some whiskey acres from DeKalb, Illinois. They do a bourbon whiskey finished in maple syrup casks. So these are casks that were that aged a bourbon barreled maple syrup, emptied, and they secondary barreled this bourbon in it. And it's a terrific bourbon. It's not real maple syrupy. It's just got a little bit of hint of that.
Yeah.
So what I did was I butter fat washed that to give it a little bit of, mouthfeel and creaminess to it and things like that. So what I did was I browned some butter. So this was half a stick, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Brown it in a saucepan until it's nicely brown, smelling nutty. Medium heat. You got to stir it or you're going to burn it. Got to keep stirring it. And then you pour it into a jar with 8 ounces of bourbon. And in this case, it was the maple cask bourbon. And then you freeze it overnight. And it's pretty cool if you've never done this. When you freeze it, there'll be just a little 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch layer of the solidified butter fats on the top. Then all you do is you scoop that out of there, and you can actually use that, put it on a steak, keep that butter and a little bit of maple bourbony butter. Don't throw it away. Use it for a steak or something like that. It's pork chops, awesome. So anyway, then I double strain this through coffee filter. If you don't do that, it's not nice and clear like it is here.
Yeah, it looks good.
It'll be a little cloudy. So I strain the heck out of it there. And so that's the first two ingredients. So mixing this thing with my ice scoop.
You got burnt one time, man. It doesn't happen again. I'll tell you what.
Dave has been a stickler for the ice scoop since then.
I know. Okay, so ice in the shaker. First of all, we're going to do the brown butter fat wash, 2 ounces of that.
Okay. That sounds very good.
Oh, it smells wonderful. 2 ounces of that. Then we're going to go with, we're going to do this. This is another Whiskey Acres product. I don't know why I have 2 of them tonight, but they make a wonderful Nosino walnut liquor.
Okay.
Really wonderful walnut. So I want a little bit of nuttiness to this too. So we're going to just add a 1/4 ounce of that, not much of it. Little Nosino there, give it a little bit of nuttiness. And then 3/4 ounces of my pumpkin spice syrup here.
Okay.
Make sure I get the right measure here.
We're using your jiggers today. You've already disclosed that, so
Yeah,
you're watching
My
the
favorite ones were available.
that's good.
Nobody
Always
got
grabs the best ones. Oh.
Then I have some little bit of orange hint. This is Amer Pecan. It's hard to find. This is really hard. This is the holy grail of a lot of bartenders, and Golden
Okay.
Moon out in Colorado makes it, and they make a wonderful one.
Gold Moon. I like Gold Moon. Very good.
Yep. They're about the only ones in the U.S. that are making this, believe it or not.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
It's a French spirit that old 1800s type source thing. If you don't have this, Torani makes a Torani Emmer that you can find in California and West Coast a lot. Other orange liquors you could substitute for the Amer Pecan. You could use Cointreau if you throw some bitters in there, maybe some allspice dram with it to pump it up a little bit. But this is the ultimate ideal stuff. So I'm going to use a 1/2 ounce of this stuff.
Okay.
And then a couple
All right.
dashes of bitters. This
Dashes
is just
of
Angostura.
Okay. The classic.
Yep.
All right.
Shake it.
Shake time. All right. One-handed shake. What do you think, Tim?
That's the DeKalb Dipsy Do shake style. So he's really bringing Whiskey Acres to everything here. That's
Oh,
DeKalb
yeah.
Dipsy Do.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like
forgot,
Tim's like a sideline reporter for us. We throw it down to Tim and then we
Yeah.
bring it back to the booth here. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. So I got my awesome fly martini glass here.
Yes, that is a good glass.
Fly ass
Got
glass.
the bended stem. Yeah, I like it.
You can see this here. I'm gonna get it in camera view. So I'm gonna double strain this.
Okay. There you go. Excellent.
into the proper martini glass for presentation purposes.
Okay. Excellent.
A little bit of the pumpkin puree, it thickens it, so you gotta definitely double strain. Okay, now you can, or you could skip it, garnish it or not. When
Okay.
I published it, I didn't garnish it, but ran across this great dehydrated blood orange. So I'm gonna float a blood orange on this sucker.
That makes sense. Yeah. Very
And that's
nice.
it. It's a great pumpkin martini, Charlie Brown. Cheers.
Very nice.
It's beautiful. Good job, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, excellent work. Boy, these are tough. What do you think, Justine? We got 2 winners so far, don't we? That's these are
Yeah, it just gets harder and harder, man.
tough decisions to be made here. And of course,
Bring
we've
it
got
home,
one more.
Kevin, bring it home.
Yeah. So Kevin Majors is up next. Kevin, what do you think? What do you got? You're doing the jack-o'-lantern. So what do we got?
You
for
guys
you?
saved the rookie for last. This is my first television appearance, so I'm here and we're gonna get this done.
All right.
All right, so we started with the pumpkins, ginger, cinnamon, what's that stuff called? Simple syrup. I made
Simple
my
syrup,
own kind
okay.
of like her.
Mhm.
I didn't study the thing like Dave, but I used I think it was 3 tablespoons of the pumpkin puree, boiled it down. Didn't put a clove in there, but for about a minute because I don't want the clove to take over. Clove's a real strong spice. Neither with the cinnamon, but the ginger. For me, ginger's earthy and a little, spicy and citrusy. So for my cocktail, I'm gonna double it because like you said, the artistic glass thing I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna double my stuff there. The original recipe called for 3/4 ounces of simple syrup, 1.5 ounces of rye, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and what was it there?
Quarter ounce amaretto. Yeah.
Amaretto, 2 dashes of bitters, and 3 drops of
Cream de cocoa. Yeah.
Got them all up in here. So just trying to stay camera forward for you guys. So we're gonna double that recipe. Got my ice over here and not gonna do the Dave thing. So I'm gonna bring my little ice bucket up and don't want to get penalized. So we're gonna load up our little shaker cup here with ice. Now, some of you may know this and have gotten the Facebook notifications because we do the drinking thing and recognize this thing. I'm not going to promote it because they ain't sponsored by ABV Network or giving me any money. So, but I'm going to double my recipe. So I'm going to use, and this here is a pretty decent jigger. It's metered down to millimeters and ounces. Goes up to
That's
6.
just nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go
You're very precise with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Since we're a double, I'm gonna go 1.5 ounces of the simple syrup. Get you in there at 1.5 ounces. We're gonna go with.
Have you seen Danny's shot glass? Danny, you got that handy?
Just a
Never
minute.
need that. Danny will get that. We'll get him to do a shot out of that in just a second.
I'm not gonna do a shot.
I
Or
shot
you
glass
never
in
walk
the
it
bottom
away.
of my beer.
Yeah. I think he's working her way through that beer. So yeah.
3
I'm telling
ounces
you,
of,
this was the best of all 3. I mean, they're all good, but I
Oh yeah.
normally am not a beer drinker, but what this does to a dark beer, I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Okay. There's Danny's shot glass. He's not allowed to do shots out of that anymore after he did that on a show one time and got in trouble.
9 ounces.
9 ounces, got in trouble for that. So that did not end well for Danny in any way.
I will trade for a bottle of bourbon.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, was that
Yeah.
another time when he went to sleep?
Oh yeah. He was sleeping by the end of it. Yeah. You should see the aftermath. That's the official photo of this. He fell off the chair and his head was sleeping on a litter box. So that's how bad it got.
Okay.
Should have an imprint on the side that says "Hello, Floor."
Yes, the old George Rose cocktail that he always threatens to make, but he never has. Hello, Floor. Sorry, Kevin. This does not count against you.
Hey,
No.
that's what we're here for.
We're doing a
entertainment.
show. We're doing a show. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're gonna go with the old Overhaul 114. pretty mellow, pretty good ride, gives you a flavor. The 114 gives the drink a kick. And you know, I kind of like a boozy cocktail. So we got the 3 ounces of that.
That's a great choice. That's a great whiskey, by the
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
Excellent value.
I'm gonna cut my lime fresh because fresh is always better. Give a cut and a fresh squeeze here. Where's my little? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where's my little thing? So we can kind of measure that out. So we're kind of knowing where we are.
Okay.
Woo. And then this is, like I said, you saved the rookie for last. I don't know how much or how long we're doing on this show, but
We'll have to cut it off at 2 hours. At the 2-hour mark, it just ends.
That'd
Be a hell of a podcast, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Zoom only goes for 2 hours. Can't go over that unless you
Like a
schedule another.
telethon then.
Yeah.
So we got that. Maybe I should have prepped that, but we got an ounce of lime juice there in our little dose. So we'll throw that in there. Then, woo, we got another half ounce amaretto. I'll measure that. We can measure that to there, gets us up to that point. Now, somebody asked me, they read the thing, they say, what's the difference between dashes and what do you call those things? Dashes and drops. Well, dashes is these here because it's got a little spurter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us those dashes. Now, the cream de cocoa, I use Truly dropper.
Eyedropper.
Not,
Okay.
yeah, I use Truly an eyedropper.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my cream de cocoa, pour a little out in the lid, because we're only gonna use what, 6 drops, something like that. Because I think original recipe called for 3.
It did call for 3. So
yeah, we're gonna shoot up 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just gives you the essence of flavor, kind of like that clove. You don't want it to take over. I loaded that up with ice. I think I need a little more ice. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up some more.
okay. How's he doing with the ice, Tim? We'll throw it down the field.
Okay.
How's he doing, Tim? Okay.
He's doing okay, Steve. He's got some nice action there and some consistency on the type of ice he's grabbing in clumps. So I think it's good. He's got it very measured up, right? Pretty precise, Steve. Back to you in the booth.
We'll give a little shake. Now, for that, once we're done with the shake, I'll let that settle down in the glass there. It'll chill. And then we're gonna do this. What I did was use some of the old simple syrups. We've been in the contest, so we got some old simple syrups laying around.
Oh yeah, plenty around.
And for me to make this little pumpkin face, I use the simple syrup to just kind of go with the old school art. You put that glue on there and spread the glitter. The glitter will be the sugar. So you kind of just draw your little pumpkin face, whatever you want to do. So this one's gonna look,
art class and a cocktail.
Use the Q-tip to make that, and then we'll try to create a little crazy jack-o'-lantern face.
Okay.
And what I did, since it's the holiday times, we use a little black sugar from who's that place? Walmart. Wally World.
They sell black sugar, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
Place.
Christmas holiday time.
gotcha.
So whoever there. So we throw that there, and that's one. I'm gonna try to do you, since I doubled the recipe, I'm gonna do it. You know, some of these guys get all sensitive. They say, "Oh man, I don't drink that sissy drink." I said, "Well, you should try mine. It's not a sissy drink. I'll put you to sleep." And most of my drinks have at least 2 ounces of bourbon in it. So
Yeah.
we'll shoot it around there.
Danny makes a cocktail with a 9 ounce of bourbon in it. Danny.
Hey,
That was one of our greatest moments. It's already in. We already did a bracket challenge where it's competing for one of the greatest moments coming up. So we'll see how it does. Instant classic, as they say.
So from there, we don't want to make a mess, too big of a mess. So I grab my little sugars there and we'll turn that glass up over, give a little sprinkle so that most of it captures in the glass and settles there. And
Nice.
then our happy little jack-o'-lantern. You'll see it
Look at
better
him.
once we
Good to get the
orange
liquid in there.
cocktail. And then I'm a recycler, so I grab some of that we've already wasted and sprinkle that on there. Go a little more for speed's sake. The magic of television.
Thank
know,
you.
like normally that's what I do. We got some little face there. So we're here. We'll give this another little shake because this is insulated. I like it. Pretty cool product.
Okay.
So from here,
Tell you, Steve,
you can
that shake's unorthodox. He's going for the Hail Mary here on this one. He's really playing the game. He's
Did you
really
see the
going for it.
first round he did around the head move? One of these.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But then he gets you can show there's a veteran move there with the one hand. The
Yeah.
one hand
Original.
flick there. That's
it's original,
that's
baby.
I gotta say, it's an unorthodox move, Steve. We'll see how it plays out. Back to you.
Yeah.
Bold move, Cotton.
Original. Now,
Rad.
for the old guys that say, hey, I don't want a fancy cocktail or something like that, you can give them a little ice, put this on the rock. It's not my preference. But I'm a man's man and a guy's guy. I drink what I want, how I want it. Hey, if I want to put orange ale in my pappy, I'll put orange ale in my
Too. Me too. I do what I want. Thank you,
I
sir.
do what I want. I do what I want.
Uh-oh, come up a little short because those are some big glasses, but you get the picture of that there. Got that
Okay.
little
It's got
sad
the jack-o'-lantern
pumpkin
face on it. Yeah.
But the original one was in this glass and gives you that little happy guy there. I don't know if you guys
Hold them
see
right
it
up to the
real
camera.
well.
There,
Yeah,
look at-
camera.
that's perfect. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Hey.
He nailed it. He nailed it. Yeah.
Hang on a sec, because you got two ways I put on there. You can actually put, somebody likes pumpkin pie and it has all of this shit on it. I don't prefer this cream, but you can and whip it up, make a mess, and then you take some of that ground cinnamon that you got there and you give it a little toppy top.
Yeah.
Like
That's
like
not
Dr.
beard
Flo.
friendly right there. That's not beard
Hey,
friendly.
how'd you like that shake, Tim?
Yeah. How was the shake, Tim?
It was good. It was good, Steve. I think
And
he's really putting into the end zone here. We're in the red zone. We're looking for the quarterback sneak here. He's going to take
All
Some
us.
of that sugar. Oh, is that this move here?
I like that one. There it is. There's the photo moment, Steve.
Beautiful.
Photo
Yes.
moment.
And from there, you kind of got that cocktail there. You got that look
Oh, yeah.
there. I'm not sure if the camera can catch
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm
Camera's got,
feeling
oops,
a little-
lost a little bit there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lost a little bit. But hey, guess what? I'm
All
gonna
that
drink
alcohol
the
abuse, Steve.
Yeah. There's alcohol abuse. Yeah.
Right.
Still it on the floor.
Minus 2
I
points
love
on
this
top.
cocktail.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Well done.
Hey,
Very
back
nice.
to you
Very
guys.
nice. All right, let's hear it for Kevin Majors. Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Nice. Excellent work. All right, so here's where we're at here. We had 3 great cocktails prepared for us. So now it turns over to the judges. So this is time to judge this. So our judges, what we're looking for is to kind of go over what you thought about each of the cocktails, and then ultimately you'll be ranking them 1, 2, and 3. 1 being your favorite of the evening, 2nd being your 2nd favorite, 3rd being your 3rd favorite. That's not to say any are bad. It just means you do have to tell us the order, though, that you like them best. So with that, we're going to kick it off to Tim. Tim, you're going to be first, which is kind of your role here that you found. You're our number 1 go-to guy in these things. So what do you
All
got?
right. Well, I'll try to screw this up as much as I can. So and make it all wrong. So Vicky, I got to tell you, I was heavily watching how you poured that stout, because traditionally I believe you would pour it towards the middle of the glass to reduce the amount of head on top of there and carbonation start popping out of that. the way you slid down the side of the glass and you measured it appropriately when you dropped that shot glass in, I was watching for it to just overflow.
It did not.
Boy, girl, you nailed that.
That was professional.
You nailed that measurement.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
And so that was doing that live, that is not easy. You nailed
No.
it. The only criticism I have is fluffernutters like mayonnaise to me. I can't stand it, but you know what? I can't penalize you for it. It's a Halloween thing. It's what it is.
Oh my God.
Dave, you always
It is
bring it.
Halloween.
You got to do what you got to do. You know, Dave brings it every time, and what I love is the curacao. And I always like the different liqueurs and things that you're bringing in, and you're using all the stuff that we've learned on some of these bartending shows that we've done in the past with fat wash and stuff. And then they also gave us recipes as well to use that frozen butter that's left over that kind of bubbles up to the top. I think you do get an extra point for me for just stumbling on a dried blood orange around the house as a garnish. It feels like you picked up something off the floor, just threw it in there, and you can say, "Yep, this is good." So I love that about that. I thought that was entertaining. Kevin, I got to tell you, the arts and crafts in the glass was a whole new level. Most people do the arts and crafts above the liquid or floating on top. You completely change the game and put something actually on the glass, created with yourself that accentuates the cocktail as well. That's a whole nother level of stuff.
Cheers.
Well done by all three. I think what I'm going to be going with, Steve, for a first, second, third, I'm going to go with Kevin Majors first.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Dave second and Vicky third.
And Vicky third. Okay. All right.
And I would drink Kevin's cocktail with whipped cream in it as well, because I'll drink anything, any while I damn please.
Yeah. Whipped cream is, yeah.
I'll sacrifice the beard look. For,
Yeah,
for
I wouldn't do it if I
whipped
was
cream
out.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, because man,
Yeah.
that whipped cream will be just, we'll be finding
Mm-hmm.
that for days. All right. Danny, you're next, man. What do you think of this?
Well, actually, I'm one of the worst judges you could have asked for.
Oh, this is
Because-
the standard at which we go with the Bourbon Daily. So yeah.
Anyway, because the reason why I'm saying that is because I really don't care for pumpkin anything.
Okay.
So
Yeah. He hates Tim's shirt on today too. It does not have a zipper, by the way. Does that have a zipper, Tim? No, it does not. That's no good. No good.
nope.
That's
It's
the
not
Danny,
comfortable.
the sweater that Danny does not endorse that you can find on ABVNetwork.com.
Yeah, he was happy for like a minute, and then he realized they didn't have his size. And then he said,
Right. And then when you came out with the zipper, it didn't have my size. So
right. Oh yeah.
no.
That's Amazon though. That's not my fault.
Right. Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
Okay, Danny, go ahead.
Yep.
Hey, Danny, I love you, Dan.
Danny's gonna be on every month now. He's just earned a spot. He's a regular at this point.
Okay.
Been very insightful thus far. Go ahead, Danny.
Yes. All right. Vicky, I actually like your little cocktail with your beer thing. So I mean, I have done quite a few Irish car bombs, which
Oh, hell yeah.
that's basically
I know
what
that
it
you
was
have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Danny,
back in high school years, but
we don't condone that, by the way.
Not endorsed.
No. All right,
Dave
Danny.
was
Okay.
quite insightful with all of his homemade stuff, which wowed me. I mean, really, I mean, you're really into your cocktails if you're making everything from scratch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know,
No,
so,
no need to go to the
I mean,
store. You
that's
just
quite
yeah.
respectful.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Kevin's artfulness, I mean, that's just damn like cool. So
Right.
I mean, and then I liked how he made the two different versions, and I would think the little foo-foo thing with the whipped cream thing,
yeah.
that would be more for the girlfriend, and the other one would be for
Okay.
more manly, I guess. Sorry. But anyway, my vote would be
Okay.
Dave, Kevin, and then Vicky.
Dave,
Sorry.
Kevin, and Vicky. Okay. All right. Next up is Justine.
Okay. So Vicky, I like that you did 3 different versions. I would probably just do the shooter because not a beer person and I borderline coffee, but I like that there's options. So that's cool. Dave and Adina always just take it to a whole other level with everything that they make from scratch. I think it's awesome. And I definitely like the little extra with the butter fat thing that you can use for cooking or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. Like I feel like it would be good in like a cookie too. Like use it to make a cookie or whatever.
Sure would. Yep.
And then Kevin, just super cool. I like that you did 2 different options too, and decorating the glasses. Definitely next level as well. So I am going to say Dave, and then Kevin, and then Vicky.
Kevin, Vicky. Okay. All right. I am next. We save McNew for last because this is really her deal here. She put all this together, so she always gets to go last in the catbird seat there. So I like all 3 of these. I think all 3 are solid A efforts. I love what each of you did. And, Dave, of course, like Adina, they wow you with what they do. It's almost like we get a little class within the context of these shows. So it's amazing. They really put together some cool stuff. A lot of great effort there and all that. I do like the name. I think when it's the, Great Pumpkin is the theme to tie in to that, I think is great. So I like what Dave did. Vicky, I'll say this. Just normal based on what I would order, just based on the cocktail itself, that car bomb like drink would be the one that I would go for. So it really definitely cool stuff and hits the mark for me. I love it. Like Danny, plenty of experience with those on the resume. And then last but not least is Kevin. And of course, Kevin, the art project is really cool and a lot of great steps there. And I like his flavor pairings and I like his base. His base to me was the favorite out of all of them. The 114 Old Overhaul, excellent choice. And I do think that one is equally adept for sipping or for making cocktails. I think excellent work there. So how this works out, again, very tough for me because I like all of them. I would order all of them, but I think if I was going in and looking to celebrate the time of the year that as we record this, celebrating Great Pumpkin, I think that Kevin's would have me. I think that that jack-o'-lantern design on the glass itself would definitely catch my attention. That's what I would order. Next, my second drink would be Vicky's, just because I personally like the drink itself, and then Dave's. Again, excellent effort and hit the mark for what we're doing. It's just competition is crazy this month. So that's how it plays out for me. So last but not least is McNew.
Oh gosh, these are all just fantastic, beautiful, like well done. Vicky, yours was great. I love that marshmallow rim. That was cute. I love that because it made me think of a s'more, even though it's not like a whole s'more flavor that you did. And I like that you had 3 options. I like the diversity there. Dave's, yours just feels like an elevated experience. Like I would read that on a cocktail menu and be like, I can't make that. Let me order 3 because I want to experience that. That sounds amazing. And Kevin, like, you sold me with a jack-o'-lantern face. As soon as you posted that to get entered in the cocktail contest, I was like, yes, I loved it. Also a big fan of ginger flavors. So love that. I think my order though, number 1 is going to be Dave, just because it just seems like an elevated, like classy experience. I love it. And it's a Great Pumpkin. Kevin's my number 2, that little jack-o'-lantern face. I just can't get over it. It's adorable. I think it's like as cute as I think my dogs are cute. I love it. And Vicky's 3rd, just because I'm not a beer drinker by any means, but I love your options and I love the shooter. But those are my orders.
Okay. So here's where we're at here, folks. Here's where we're at. In 3rd place is Vicky.
Sorry.
Tied for 1st, as Kevin just said, he's right on. Dave and Kevin have tied, which means we have to pick someone out of the audience to break the tie. So here's where we're at. I think we can't go Adina. A spouse, we absolutely cannot do that. So and Alfred, we're not sure. Alfred's new. We don't even know if Alfred wants to be on. So with that means it has to go to the legend. So here's where we're at, legend. This isn't rank all three and do anything. This is a coin toss for you. This is picking one or the other. You have two that are tied. You got Dave and Kevin. You now have to pick between those two. Vicky has been eliminated. You have to pick between those two. And if Vicky was your favorite, it doesn't matter. You have to pick.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. She finished out of the running on this one. So it all comes down to the legend.
Kick to pitch it.
And we'd prefer if you told us a little bit about what you thought about them and then announce the tiebreaker.
Well,
Right.
I actually kind of ranked all three of them while I was sitting here, but
Okay, that's good. He was thinking ahead.
yeah. And then,
This
well,
is a
you know,
prepared audience member.
I was
Yes.
just, just doing what I do.
Okay.
But no, Dave, I like all the fancy ingredients and effort that goes into it. I'm not sure that would be anything that I'd ever make because it's too complicated. I like
No, easy to do at home.
Dave's not going to give up. Dave's not rolling over. No way.
easy at home for
Like
me
any
is
great
bourbon
champion,
and
he's going to fight till the end. Yeah, Dave's
Know your audience.
right.
yeah. And Kevin, I like the artistry behind it. I like Steve, I like your base.
Yeah.
Anything that's got high
Overhaul
alcohol in it.
114. Yeah,
Yeah.
114 is good.
It's got,
Very good.
So the way I had them ranked was Kevin, Dave, and Vicky.
Okay. So you're sticking to that? Kevin
Yeah.
is our winner. That's it. Kevin, you win.
Yay.
And the tiebreaker goes all the way to tiebreaker. Congratulations to Kevin, our show champion. How about that? Very cool. And of course, congratulations to all of our winners. All of our folks that competed today, I should say. Great job by all. So excellent work. All right. Well,
All the contestants, Steve, all the contestants that submitted a cocktail for consideration as well,
Yes.
because we had to vote this time.
we did have to vote.
Yep.
And I think certain contestants have learned not to vote for other people, but to vote for themselves and vote often.
Yeah.
To make sure that
We're
I
going to
didn't
see a
vote like
different Adina
anybody.
next
I was
month.
Like, that's wrong. I didn't vote for anybody.
Someone has been explained the rules of competing. Don't vote for your competitors.
But they all look delicious.
Well,
They did.
there you go. There you go.
And Adina's look delicious too. Like, I'm sad that we can't have like 10 people in here. Like, I hate that it's always 3.
Yes. What are we looking at for next month, McNew?
So next month, in honor of Thanksgiving, it's our pie holiday. And calling it Here for the Pie is the theme, and the required ingredient is pecans.
Okay.
So do with those what you will.
Wow. That's not making it easy. That's a tough ingredient, right? I
No,
would
it's
think.
better than pumpkin puree. That's
Okay,
better.
I
Way
agree with
better.
that.
Way
I
I
don't
agree
better.
love
with
this
that.
pumpkin at all.
Way
Yeah,
better.
cranberry.
So it is we encourage anyone to get in it. So if you're listening to this, you want to get involved, get your ABV Network coin. You do have to use the hashtag ABV Network coin, tag McNew. That's the only way we're going to know. If you're trying to enter the contest, unless McNew is tagged in there, there's a whole internet out there besides us. So we have to know. So please do that. We got full rules out there at abvnetwork.com/coin. So check that out if you have any questions and do that. All right. With that, we'll wrap this show up as we always do by reaching out to our judges here and asking where people can find them. Danny, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Danny Kennard.
All right. Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at swyguy2112 or on the tasting events page at abvnetwork.com.
All right. Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze. You can find our shop at abvnetwork.com and on Instagram at abvnetworkshop.
All right. McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakley.com. We've also got that company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out because everything that we do is out there. We've got about 3,000 shows for your listening pleasure. Maybe you're going to be hitting the road this month. You got to go see some family road trip. Just download a bunch of podcasts. It'll make the time go by quicker. That much I can guarantee you. All right. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like
Wait.
Yes.
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, Kevin, what do you have to say?
Pump that book, baby.
Oh, yes. Don't forget to get out there, buy Bourbon Assignments. I saw Stephen Fonte got a book today. I had no idea he was getting it. He had great things to say about it, which was very nice. And yeah, very touching for sure. So please get your copy of the book. It's available out there on Amazon. Again, Bourbon Assignments by me, Steve Akley. Check it out. It is good stuff and people are enjoying and racking up some points. Danny scored what, 32 points this weekend? 34 points. So
wow,
yeah,
a weekend.
that's not a bad weekend. So yeah, fun stuff. All right.
I'll be racking up some more points on the 13th.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Of November.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, there you go. There's a great show. And again, congratulations to Kevin Majors on the big win. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Congrats, Kevin. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See everybody.
Congratulations.
Peace.